Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. Yes, I am not at a big box store. I'm sharing with you one of my local garden centers. They have 4-pack annuals for $2.49. I think the prices are much reasonable than the big box stores. So I'm just sharing with you different ideas where you can go to your local garden center. And of course, you'll be supporting a local garden center and you can pick up different plants to make your beautiful summer containers. And also here they have colliers. Friends, these colliers, you do not see them at the big box stores. So yes, I know some people say, oh, local garden centers are more expensive than big box store. It depends on what you're looking for. So what I naturally do, I go to the big box stores, see what they have and their prices, and then I come to my local garden center and see what they have also, and then that's when I make my purchase. Look at this beautiful kiwi fern colliers. They have so many different varieties and these plants are well taken care of. At this garden center, friends, I found petunia with bigger blooms, different color and shades that I was not able to find at the big box store. So I just wanted to share this with you anyway. So I'm going to take you home and share with you my plant haul from this local garden center. Alright friends, so welcome to the back of the garden. I'm back home and I must tell you, I love shopping at that local private garden center. I do think their prices are lower than the other garden centers. I have to shop around and see what is more affordable to you. So that's what I do. I go to the regular garden centers, then I shop the private garden centers, and then that's when I decide to purchase my plants. So these are Snaptini. They're 4 in a pack and they were $2 and change. And then we have, and then here with the Snaptini, friends, they come in all different colors. So I'll be making container planters with these and I'll share that with you in another video, but I just wanted to share with you the plants I got. And all these flowers are for the containers or planters, and I'm making some planters for my friends, so I'll do a video to share that with you and just show you like some recipes you can mix and add in your planters. And I have some other plants I got from Lowe's. They were on clearance too and sale also, so I'll mix them in between here, but I'll do that in another video and share that with you, container recipes so to speak. But the Snapdragon, this I prefer sun to pot sun. It will get 6 to 10 inches tall. So here they are, and I was trying to stick with pink because this batch is just for the front garden bed. I purchased Snapdragons last year from Walmart and they were Snaptini, and friends, they came back. I'm in zone 6B and I was so surprised they came back. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try Snapdragons again and put them in the front so that way I don't have to buy annuals for that section every year. But here they are. And let me take you down to the flamingo garden bed and I'll share with you those down there, friends. So this is a flamingo garden bed, and look, these were supposed to be Snapdragons normal height, but last year, friends, they were shorter. Let me show you. This is how they stayed last year. So I thought they're Snaptini, right, because they stayed that small, but this year they actually grew bigger and they look like they're probably the normal Snapdragon. But friends, they all came back. I have them throughout the garden, and when I saw that, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to purchase Snapdragons for the front, because that front spot I normally would redo it and put annuals in there. But if I don't have to purchase annuals, why purchase it, right? So I'm gonna put just Snapdragons in here. But let me take you back over here. All right, friends, so that was just my point. I'm trying to not buy so many annuals every year, see what works, see where I can get colors and where I don't have to spend money buying the same annuals over and over. And here, this is one of my favorites. I found this last year at another private garden center, and friends, it was the purple. I'll put a picture on the screen for you, and I fell in love with it. It bloomed all the way until the first frost in fall. I've never seen a plant so strong, and I just had to get it, and I was like, what is it? And if you look closely at it, What does it look like? It's a Snapdragon, yes. So it's an Angelonia, and I think they're related to Snapdragon somehow. And this will get 12 to 14 inches tall. It comes in white, pink, purple, different mixed colors. So I got some white to balance out the other colors. So I purchased 2 of these. These were $6.99 a piece. And normally I don't see these in the big box though. Only the private garden center I will see these. So I got 2 of these. And friends, look at these. I got a ton of petunias. Yes. These were 4-pack for $2 and change, or 8 packs of 4 for $18. So they straight cost me $18. So I know sometimes you hear shop at private garden centers and the first thing comes to mind, oh, they're gonna be expensive, right? The big box store is gonna be cheaper. That is not true. You just have to go and look around and see what you can find. But friends, look at this petunia. Look at the throat of this. Absolutely gorgeous. And they had all different colors that I don't see in the big box stores. So this one is Sugar Madness. It will get 12 to 14 inches tall. Look at that, friends. And if you notice this, these blooms are much larger than the regular petunias. So I'm not sure why, but they're bigger. It says large colorful blooms brighten gardens and containers attracts hummingbirds. So these are definitely going in the containers, but we'll see. But most of these are purchased for the containers. As I said to you before, I'm gonna make some containers for my friend and I'll share that with you. And friends, look at this. I rarely ever see red petunias, so when I saw red, I just had to get it. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that red in there. And then we have this pink with the yellow throat. Loving it. And then here's another assortment here. Here it says another pink here again. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it so much. And the red one is called Dreams Red. Yes, Dreams Red, just in case if you're interested in the name. Dreams Red. And then the pink one down here, this one is Sugar Madness. And then let's see what the light pink one is. And then the light pink is Dreams Pink. Oh, loving it. All right, friends, let's check out what's in here. So friends, I found these ones. These are beautiful. The foliage reminds me of begonia, but it's not begonia. It's Vista Red. It's salvia, but different type of salvia. And of course, we know salvia attracts hummingbirds and butterflies. These will get 10 to 12 inches tall. It's beautiful, and you could see some beautiful blooms coming out here. I have some salvias I got from Lowe's, but they look nothing like these. They're completely different. So this will give the container some texture by the foliage, as you can see, and it will add some beautiful color in the container. And over here, friends, I got some alyssum. Yes, so alyssum will be the trailer in the hanging baskets. And alyssum continues to bloom all the way from last summer when I planted it to, I don't think it was probably March, and it died off. So very strong plant to have in your garden, and it's supposed to be an annual for me, but I don't know why it was blooming. And not just that it was foliage, but it was blooming. It had the white blooms and all of that. So definitely recommend allium, and they're easy to grow from seeds outside. Once the weather gets really hot, they germinate really quick and you get blooms really fast. But anyway, so I got some of these to act as trailing plants in the containers. Beautiful. They had the white too, but I love the dainty pink blooms with a hint of white and yellow in there. And then I got these beautiful lobelia. I think this is probably my first time buying lobelia, but they will get 4 to 6 inches tall, and they add a nice texture in the containers. It says deep blue foliage, bronze foliage used for borders, beds, pots, ground cover. plant in sun or full sun. And look at these beautiful dainty blooms on here. So I can't wait to get creative and see what container recipe I come up with. Oh my goodness, friends, I'm just loving this petunia. Absolutely love it. It's so gorgeous. This one is a Sugar Madness. Beautiful. There's some plants you cannot find in your big box store that you will find at the local private garden centers. So check out your private garden centers, support small business of course, and see what you can find there. And look what I found, friends. This is dahlia for $2 and change. 4 plants in here. I was so shocked, I couldn't believe it. So let's see what kind of dahlia this is. It says fresco mix dahlia, double flowers in bright color on compact plants, using gardens or containers, plant in sun or part sun. They will grow 12 inches tall. Yeah, and I'm gonna experiment with these. Who knows, they might probably come back. Normally dahlias are hardy from zones 8 and up, but I have dahlias in my garden and I put extra mulch over it, friends, and guess what, they came back. So who knows. So I got 4 of these, and these more than likely would be in the center of the containers just to give it some height. Because remember, when you're making your containers, you need some height, you need some trilling plants in there, you need some filler and different texture. Okay, so texture is very important in your containers. So I have some that gives height, I have texture plants, I have some trillers in here, and I have more on the other side I got from Lowe's to mix in. So I'm gonna spread these all on the table and see what I have and make containers, and I'll record it for you in another video. But I just wanted to share with you my quick haul from the local private garden center, not a big box store. And once again, support your small business, check out your local private garden centers and see what you can find. And it's not true that they're more expensive than big box stores. You might find some plants that's more costly and some that's not. So my thing is that go to your local big box stores and then go to your private garden centers and compare the prices, and then you shop from there. That's how, if you're on a budget and you're looking for budget friendly plants, because we all know gardening is a very expensive hobby, but it doesn't have to be, right? You just have to do some research and see what prices there are when you get in sales. Normally I do the clearance section at the big box stores, and then I check out when they're having their spring fest sale. Like Lowe's right now, they have their spring sale going on, and they do have a lot of plants and clearance. So that's how I create such a beautiful garden, is simply by going to the big box stores and shopping the private garden centers, and then you make a decision and see what you should buy from where. Okay, so very important, if you're in a budget, you don't have to break the bank, so to speak. Anyway, friends, I just wanted to share with you my beautiful annuals for my summer containers, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. All right, cheers.